As soon as you asked that,
They started?
Yeah, the guinea pigs, they responded. They were like, yes, press the buttons.
See? I know it's showtime.
Giz, are you ready? Are you ready for the coffee bunny?
Like, are we ever?
Welcome to some coffee chaos.
I have coffee today for Coffee Buddy.
Excellent. We only guarantee chaos here.
All chaos. We swear we have friends. Look at their lineup. Yeah. And they have little babies.
We are gonna do stuff, who knows what though.
No promises made.
Oh, I'm sorry, am I in your way, Giz?
Yes, ma'am, you don't understand.
Thank you, Charlie, for music.
I'm pressing buttons and then we're waiting for things.
On camera you can't see it, but Gizmo is watching the screen. Because you're on this screen, not this screen.
Mm-hmm.
So he can like...
So you've made the viewing easier for him so he can also enjoy the show? So
Can I turn my chair back? Yeah? Okay. You can see his little... Here he is.
He can see if he wants to.
He does. I think you're his favorite, in all honesty.
Oh my god, I did not come here for the compliments today, but I will stay for him. It's fun to hang out together.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
So, yeah.
Well, we've made it through another week, and honestly, at a certain point, it's like that's the accomplishment.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Because I had my GI appointment on Wednesday. I also did my injection on Wednesday, and it hurt because I think I didn't. The spot I did it, I hadn't done it there before on my belly, and like, I don't think I left it out long enough. Because normally I let it. Honestly, most of the time it's out for like an hour before I take it, and this time it was still slightly cold.
If it's cold, it'll feel like needles.
Oh, like the needle. Because previously the needle, I didn't feel it. Like when I had done the jabs.
Yeah. And it's probably not the needle you were actually feeling, but instead the cold.
Because there is a little bit of the liquid in the pre-filled syringe. Like some of it's already in, like, because you see a drip when you take the cap off. Yeah. And and then it hurt. It burned when it. Because with this one, actually, you have to push the plunger down. Whereas with the Humira, I only had to press a button. This one, there's like, I see the needle. I actually have to plunge. It's not a good time for me. Like, I want to vom moment.
No, I get it.
I don't think my father could ever be near me while I do it. My dad has a really big issue with needles. Like, he will... There's a reason. So when my stepmom was a medical assistant still, because she was the one who did people's shots most of the time. They put it in that and let her take home a tetanus shot for my dad. Because my dad is constantly hurting himself, and he hadn't had a tetanus shot in like 20 years.
Oh, you got to get a tetanus shot.
Probably, like...
Yeah, so like you work out
in nature. The shot.
Oh wow!
Where she snuck up on him and stabbed him. Like she literally, like, because he sits here in the hallway from their bedroom. Like she literally just.
Are the strikes okay?
This is the only way she could give him the shot because.
So he did consent to this.
He was aware it was going to happen, But he's like, I cannot see the needle. I cannot know this needle is coming. Or my dad will and pass out.
Well, he's very lucky to have the wife he has.
Right. Because my stepmom was like, all right.
By the way, if I remember correctly, you can actually still get tetanus shots. You can buy them from Tractor Supply. You just have to say it's for your horse. And then you can administer them to your horse. So I'm just saying, he could, still, he does need it. What is it, tetanus every 10 years or something like that? But yes, I told you about what Aunt Kathy said about.
She did it
about what she said about tetanus, right? Like, so we've only had working microscopes for like where they really were working. And for, I guess now it's like 130, maybe 140 years. And at the time, though, this was many years ago, and Aunt Kathy, who's a medical doctor, I think she may be retired now because she's one of my in-laws that I'm no longer married. She said that tetanus lasts in the soil at least 110 years because we've only ever been able to test soil for tetanus with microscopes for 110 years. And so far, there is no shelf life to tetanus. And wherever there have been horses, there is tetanus. So you should just always assume, particularly if you're working out in nature, and there are any rusty metals or anything you could just hurt yourself on, like a ragged dead branch, that there is tetanus in the soil there too. And that is why everybody still has to get tetanus shots, even though we no longer are really using horses like that. And now that we can test for tetanus, most horses do not contain tetanus. Like, we even test wild herds and we eradicate. But because tetanus apparently lives for the foreseeable future forever in soil, we all still have to keep getting tetanus shots. And that's my fun facts about tetanus.
That aren't so fun.
Wow. There's, because like, I don't like tetanus shots. Number one, because the needle is involved. And number two, because at least for me, it really hurts for a week. It's not pleasant. Unlike most other vaccines that, within 24 to 48 hours, they're fine. Tetanus? Oh, Tetanus, for a week. Because I get too much lactic acid buildup at the injection site.
Yeah.
And I was like, when will this be over? And the answer is
never.
Apparently, possibly never, because it can live forever in soil. Yeah. Which, okay.
But so far, by the way, I'm doing good enough with the Stellara that my doctor is comfortable with me seeing her in 6 months.
Cool.
She's
you're having that good of a
reaction? Because I was able to eat a salad for the first time in 3 years. Okay, guys.
What? Color me shocked. I love girl.
Vegetables. I don't think anybody realizes this.
I know you do. No, I know you love the crunch. We have discussed the crunch of vegetables and how satisfying it is.
When I lived at the trailer and I had the girls there, I would actually just buy the vegetables to make a salad for myself, and then I would make a salad, and then I'd essentially make a plate with the amount of veggies that they needed. Well, I was making myself just a giant salad. And then they would get their veggies and I'd get my salad.
I feel so roasted, but also legit. Like, why have you come for me? But also, it's right that you came for me. It is all true. Like, and more so than me, you're describing my father. Daddy would make a salad in the biggest bowl we had in the house. He'd make a family salad, and everybody would get as much as they want, and then my father would sit down with the bowl and finish the bowl himself. And that would be, and he, like, with pleasure, he would eat a
salad every day.
Mm-hmm.
After my dad and my stepmom got together, she introduced us to more vegetables. Because for the longest time, like, we ate McDonald's. vegetables. We ate from the party store. Like, I didn't have the healthiest diet when my parents divorced.
So when you say we ate from the party store,
Well, the
I
party
am not
store.
imagining.
Also, like, they do pizza delivery and.
Oh, okay. Because like I'm thinking of like Party Universe, and I'm like, girl,
no, it's like the Michigan corner party store that for some reason also has a pizza parlor.
No, girl, just in Michigan.
That's why I said the Michigan.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to one day visit you in your natural habitat, and you to just give me this tour of rural Michigan in a way that I've never seen it. I thought I knew rural Michigan because, as you know, I'm more familiar with Cedar Rapids and other areas of Michigan. But like, you're going to show me like we are the people that Upers call Southerners, and I cannot wait to see this oddity. I want to see little old ladies in converted trailers selling fabric. I want to see it all. And it's all going to go to Fillmore because why not?
But like, there was actually a while where I refused to eat pizza because I ate so much pizza. Because my dad could pick it up on his way home from work.
Yeah, no.
So like, once I stopped eating, I love their pizza. I miss their pizza. I can't eat it anymore. Yeah. That was before my allergy.
Yeah.
But like for a hot minute, I couldn't eat pizza because we ate it almost every night.
Yeah, you just overdid it, and then you're like,
or cheesy bread. And I fucking love cheesy bread, y'all. I was able to eat cheesy bread faster than I was able to eat pizza.
Oh no, I get it.
But like we started eating at home, and then
and you discovered.
And then she's like, "Here, have some veggies." And then she discovered I actually like them because
and you felt the enlightenment.
I've always liked veggies. Like if there was like a family party or something and there was a veggie tray, you could find a little cat nom 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 just like a guinea pig.
That's why you have guinea pigs because
like I would literally just sit there just like that, and that is how I would eat veggies as a little kid.
Yeah.
It's just we didn't buy them.
Your father was going through things. He was going through things. I know Tom gets like that too, where when he's going through something, there's no vegetables, and I have to threaten his life. Of like, you either take me to Aldi and I get the vegetables, or you have to get what I put on the list, and you cannot have excuses. You have to show me pictures if you plan to go. There's none. You have to show me the pictures. And then he tried to do that. And I sent back with circles showing him in his own pictures of the produce where it is. Because that's what depression does to your brain. It lies to you. He was going through things. Because he loves vegetables like I do. But when he is sad, his brain's like, there's no vegetables here. You see nothing.
So, but for like years, for most of they got together, I think it was New Year's of my 8th grade year of school. They got together, and they've been together ever since.
Nice.
And so, like, all of high school, like every day almost, I had a salad as part of dinner, essentially. Or it was dinner, because we might have had, like, steak salad or something like that. And so and then even in college, I surprisingly ate quite healthy. because I had a meal plan my freshman year.
Yeah.
And I could get a rice bowl. This is where I was introduced to rice bowls, by the way, which was they're basically a salad with rice. Okay.
Shocking. I know.
They're great. Or I'd have sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then I ended up like in pain every time I ate. And then I was like, oh, I can't eat vegetables. They make this worse.
Yeah, they've turned on you.
It makes me sad.
Makes me sad too.
I
want
still
you to
can't
have
eat
all the
like a
vegetables.
salad every day to be safe, but like
Right?
once a
Yeah.
month, I could devour
You should be
a
able
salad if I want.
Yeah, I bet.
And now I want a salad. But we don't have everything I'd want to put on a salad right now, so I'm not making one.
Yeah. Okay.
Or a Subway sandwich, guys. Because, like, I load up some Subway sandwiches with veggies. It's just wrong if I don't.
Very nice.
So I couldn't eat
Very
that
nice.
forever because I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm not getting a
that.
sandwich without the veg.
Yeah, you have nothing in common with my ex. Anyway.
What? You terrify me sometimes, Sassy. Looking at me like she's gonna murder me. So I'm being looked at by a cat.
So, can I share with you a little achievement?
Yes.
So, my Substack has been growing, and very excitedly, I've been like looking forward to breaking that 50 view barrier per post. And in this latest Fillmore news, we didn't just break the 50 view ceiling. We more than excelled. 67 views so far.
That is amazing.
Yes.
I like to randomly look at your stats, and I actually haven't done that this week. I just enjoy looking at your stats because it makes me so happy to see like your stuff grow. Hey,
I mean, I did a literal double take the day it went out. Because like at whatever it was, 2:30 p.m., it was at 31 views. Well, I did not think to go look at the stats before I even promoted it. And I did, and it was at that point, it was pushing 50.
Also, you're at
82
subscribers.
I know, we're so close to 100.
Amazing. And in the last 30 days, you have had 458 views in the last 30 days.
I'm like, we're getting so close to 500 views in 30 days. I'm very much, again, that's another goal I'm looking forward to.
This makes me so happy for you.
Yeah. So, because yes, I have goals of 500 views in 30 days, 100 subscribers, and each post being at least 50 views per poem, per any post at all.
So, if I look at since December 9th of 2024, you have had just email views alone is 890.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the highest number. But you've also you got 3 views from Google.
I know. I was looking at that. That was, I think, what the poem is, because those are public. They're then searchable through Google, and I'm like, I guess those tags are working.
That is awesome. Yeah, you've got
the
890 is from email, which is a direct email for anyone who doesn't know. Substack, you send out an email. But then the Substack app itself, you also have 152 views. Direct, which is like you've sent the link in some way, shape, or form that's not email.
Yeah, and that's mostly how I promote, is I promote with a direct link. I don't like the people having to like have an option to subscribe before, so I remove that part of the link. So they'll just see it. And if they then choose to subscribe, that's their option. But I just want eyeballs on
your
post,
direct
honestly.
is 139, which is pretty nice. Your Facebook is 94. All those little old ladies that love your poetry.
Yes, and all the other stuff too. You know, like
one from a Bing search.
It's wild, isn't it?
And apparently you have gotten a view from Coffee Bunny.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Which is pretty dang awesome. You actually have gotten more free subscribers from your direct links than from any other besides Substack.com.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been out there trying to promote on the various platforms, try to find my readers because, you know, got to get out there.
I am.
And also, it's something I can do even when I'm having a pain day or I'm just having a chronic illness day. I can still lay in bed or lay on the recliner and be on my phone and do promotion, and I feel like I'm still being productive. And so I feel less stressed that way by, you know, because like I set the wording for those things up ahead of time.
And then you can just copy and paste it.
And that's exactly what I do. I do all that ahead of time.
Smart. Your girl is not like that. Your girl hates social media. Your girl hates promoting.
I mean, you know, my goal is 150,000 free subscribers. I'm not going to get there if I don't start walking the walk and doing the work. So I have a dream, and that dream involves mini cows. So
you keep having my brain just keeps going mini goat. Just mini randomly, goat. I'll be doing stuff and then just mini goat.
I found out that Cheryl, who you know, she grew up, her parents had a mini goat, a mini dairy goat, and they got about a quart of milk a day out of their dairy goat. And so they made goat ice cream, which she said was really, really good. Because I was talking about the goat butter, and she's like, you should try goat ice cream. It's so good. That they'd make it, you know, with the hand churning ice cream. And they make it all through the summer.
How I know it's Carrie appearing is I hear the noise before she ever shows up. Are you going to add her or should I?
I didn't even hear the noise.
No, never mind. We're both clicking things, Carrie.
Hi.
Yeah, like a good 10 seconds before she shows up, I hear the noise.
Just dangle bottles of front. Don't hit my face with that. I hit your balls with that.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Oh, Gizmo says hi too.
Oh,
yeah, made his presence known.
Yes, look at him. He's so cute.
I'm 90% sure Gizmo prefers Glory over anyone else. But he will say hi to the rest of you.
But yeah, that Cheryl grew up on where her home had a mini goat, and she loved it. She's like, "Oh, I'll come visit. I'll see if I can't convince Everett to move to your homestead." Because she remembers the mini goat of her childhood, and she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, Kat, if I can get Kat down here, she's going to go to library science masters, and you could go with her if you wanted to." And she's like, "Ooh, so tempting." Because, yeah, I'm just going to keep building little mini houses on my mini farm with my mini goat.
I was talking to my sister. Because, the conversation started with, so your child, how's she doing academically, right? And then, like, it went all over the place because we live in the same town, but we don't, like, I'll text her random things about the cats, like my cat being moody, and being upset with me. And she'll laugh at my stuff, but, like, we don't talk on the phone very often. And so we have an Amish community that they build houses. Like they build like essentially little houses. And they're not too expensive.
No, they're
and
not.
you just have to do the electrical and like get the electrical and stuff done yourself, because they build the house, like they'll put lofts in them and stuff, and like build all the rooms, and you can customize them with them. Like they'll add extra things for you. And, but she was like, I'm contemplating getting one and plopping it in the backyard and moving the teenagers into it because these teenagers are crazy. Because,
right? I mean, like they can't help it. They just will drive you crazy.
But the girls would then have like a mini apartment essentially. And she's like, and once they like are done with school, and they are considered adults, they would start. She's like, we could start charging them like $200 a month in rent.
They wish they could find rent that cheap anywhere in the country right now.
But like, and to start teaching them money management and responsibility, and because they'd still be at home, but they want like to give them. They would end up with their own space. I'm like, damn, I want one of those. I'm like, and because my sister was like, I can do the electrical myself. She has actually done the electrical in one of them herself before. For her ex's mother had one for her at one where she used to live, and she had all the upgrades and everything to it. Like they put a little balcony off the loft so that she could sit outside, and it had like a full like garage door type thing where you could just open it up and like the end of the house opened up, and just so like you can get some cute little. And they're a little bit bigger than like it's like a house. It's like a whole ass apartment, and you can have multiple bedrooms and stuff. And they'll just plop them down for you.
Yep, I've been looking at floor plans actually, and Tom apprenticed under my ex-husband, so he actually knows how to do all the electrical. Like he apprenticed for literally years, and my ex-husband was trained by the Air Force how to do all the electrical, so it's actually up to code. Which is how we found out that someone had previously in my previous house used wiring to make a pentagram in the ceiling.
I don't think that's up to code.
Oh, it wasn't. And then when my now ex-husband, took it down, things got weird, and I was like, go put the pentagram back.
They put it there for a reason.
There's a reason. Stop wiping people so hard.
Hi, Festus.
You better believe he didn't put it back because that was DC wiring.
Okay. Did he put new one up?
He put new, which had, quote, fallen off a truck at the Air Force.
Sir, do you need assistance? Is your claw stuck?
Let's call it Air Force surplus. And he had Tom put a pentagram. So Tom even knows how to do.
I'm trying, Festus. Festus, you're the one who got your claw stuck.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Even the guinea pigs have opinions about this.
There you go. You're free. This is why Mommy was trying to trim your nails. Your nails kept getting stuck. And then you ignored. I managed to trim 3 of his nails, and he clawed up my side. Like, because I was trying to get like his front ones, because they're the ones that kept getting stuck.
You gotta get him between like pillows, like on the couch or something. You can squish him.
Yeah. But I managed to get his hidden little ones and one.
Claws.
Like I managed to get 3 claws. That's all I managed to clip a little bit of. And he clawed me up, and then he ignored me until 6 p.m. the next day. I'm like, you hold a grudge. He wouldn't look at me. He literally laid on my bed, and normally he'll lay like this. No, he faced the wall.
And he's like,
he actually faced the wall.
You do not exist for me.
He only came down here.
That's a grudge.
Yeah, that is a grudge. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't found where he's pooped in your shoe or something. I'm sure you just haven't found it yet. Because let me tell you, when cats hold grudges,
can hold a grudge.
They poop in things. I told you about my cat Andy being mad at my then husband, and We did for years. For years, we did not find her stash, y'all. She had a stash outside under an azalea bush.
Okay.
And one of his pairs of glasses, his prescription glasses. She stole a whole wallet. I blamed his ADHD, but it was the cat. Practically every commemorative coin he ever paid the Air Force for. Look at that. Look at that baby.
Oh.
And like several $20 bills that she had stolen from him, from his nightstand. She knew he valued the $20 bills, so she would steal them. She was looking to make him regret it. Now, the money really came in handy. How much money did she steal? How much money, you may be wondering. Well, of course, Tom added it up when he found her whole stash under the azalea bush. And the answer is, what was it? Like, I think it was $420 or $480 she'd been stealing over like a 6-year period. She had been stealing money from him.
He
It was a pretty, it was
did
like,
not want to be big, by the way.
That's what got me through the early part of the divorce was that money. Hell yeah.
And now he's come back and laid neck down on the floor like, I don't want on camera. But
I don't, no pictures, no comments, please.
Okay.
Yeah, cats hold grudges.
They do.
And they steal money.
So
if you do not
remember
value
this,
it.
eventually it'll get to Charlie. Sassy has decided she needed to stab it.
Did she? Very nice. Good job. She's put her mark on it. Like, all of us need to put our mark on it.
One day this will make it to Charlie along with the cow. One day Charlie's just going to get the randomest package.
Like, oh God, how long did it take Carrie to get the package? Like, come on, y'all. We do what we can as we can.
I have a gradually increasing box
Although
of things under my desk that I'm going to send to Charlie and Laura.
Have you noticed everything I said to Carrie has a blue or green tinge to it? I was noticing. By the way, I need to send you an invite to my crochet page on Facebook so that you know what to tag. Because actually, I do have. It's Glory's Wondercraft.
Mm-hmm.
That's the page. It's very obviously mine.
Don't get your claw stuck.
That's where my crochet stuff goes.
Claw stuck, isn't it?
Claw stuck again? Guess who's got to get their little claws trimmed? I love toddlers, don't you? They're such hot mess expresses. Make me feel better about myself. I was like, I am no longer a toddler. Oh, hallelujah.
My son, everybody.
Yep. Your child. That is your baby. That is no one else's baby but yours. Yep. Are we ready to do our first sprint?
When are you go get into bed, baby?
All right, let me get her loaded up. Let's see. If I can remember where stuff is, you learn how to do it in one way.
Don't forget to make sure your assets are in Coffee Bunny assets.
What a great idea. Let's see. Where'd everybody go? I don't know. There we go. Oh, that's right. Yup. You're right. We're cat's assets.
Sorry.
There we
the
go.
Other day. Through Resham.
You don't need to apologize for using it for what it's for. But there, I was feeling kind of Aurora Borealis today.
Take your cheap viewers and shove it. Spam bots.
All right, Carrie, do you have any idea what you want to work on? None? I don't know what I'm going to work on either.
Turn my sound back on.
I know things I need to do.
I'm browsing a website for a local computer store, like trying to get part price ideas.
Computer brain.
Because hopefully I'll be able to upgrade that tower that Kat gave me in July.
It was sitting here.
And then I can get rid of this stupid thing. But
you keep talking that way, Tom's going to get involved with his spare parts too.
Oh, Noah's offering to help me. I've had plans with my best friend's husband to build something new. Like,
I provided a tower.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Well, good luck, and we'll see y'all on the flip side.
My brain got so confused for a second because as you moved your mouse, I moved my mouse, and it like in the same way. And I'm like, wait a minute, they were like lined up for a second. I was like, whoa, hold on.
Where are we? Oh yeah,
that screen.
Nice.
Lettuce has been distributed,
and
and up has been.
Num num num. How did everybody's spread go?
I'm coloring.
Ooh, very nice.
And now that you can see it.
Let's see. Very nice. Yeah, I'll make you bigger, Carrie, and you can actually like show. Oh, there. Yeah. Lovely. I love that. Very cute.
It was a fairy tale coloring book I got at the art store we went to when Haley and I went up to hang out with Kat.
Cool.
Last summer.
A store that we will never get to go to again.
She got one.
I know. They closed like what, 2 months later?
Do be like that sometimes. I opened up some packages and there was a bunch of important writerly supplies in there, including but not limited to pumpkin spice syrup that was on discount, and a bag of 100 coffee shots, and a box of 100 lemon powder packets and 100 lime powder packet. You know, important writer supplies. So, and then I sat down and actually stopped procrastinating and started writing the thing I've been saying I was going to write for like a flipping month. It's fine. I have written 161 words. I would have written more, but Leia, my love, was like, I'm ready to come in. Said, put the whole thing. Get her. And then, of course, she's like, why is there boxes here where my treats are supposed to go? So I had them in the empty boxes. They're good boxes, so we may save some for shipping y'all stuff. And then give her treats and give her a little petty. They come back and write a little bit more. And then have to quickly Google, what do supernovas look like with the naked eye? For writer reasons. It's like I need to describe it. Did I cheat and say it looked like exactly what you think it looks like? Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a hack. I know y'all are proud of me because, like, right? That's what the readers want. They want hack writing. They don't want quality literature. They don't want competent purple prose. They want hack fun. Let's go on to the next. We're here for the story. We're here for the drama. We're not here for like a whole freaking paragraph of what does a supernova look like if you're standing in the freaking middle of it.
Oh, I also did some bot smashing in your chat.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Because that one, the second one was in yours, so.
Oh, okay.
I had to pop over there and fix that.
Hello, Mike. Be the writer.
Ew.
What?
I said ew.
Ew. Mike? Okay.
So, I have this nail polish that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's really pretty. It's iridescent.
Ooh.
It was a B to put on because it's glitter. The glitter, like, it goes on weird. Like, it's thick and it's gritty, but then when it dries, it's smooth.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. Because usually it's the other way around. Like, it's smooth to put on, and then when it dries, it's a little bumpy.
Like, on the brush, like, it was clumping up the brush.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, I did a well enough job on my pointer finger that it all came off and popped off.
Oh, this is
one nail. Like, it looked like I had a fake nail on, and it popped off.
Did you maybe have some oil on your nail or lotion, maybe?
I have no idea. I painted my nails a few days ago.
I don't know.
and I did something, and it just
Popped off. There you go.
the whole
thing.
nail polished.
Kind of impressed. Honestly.
Except for like an itty bitty spot. Like one itty bitty spot did not pop off, but the rest of it just pop.
I've had this same red half on my nails since like before Joe and I went on our weekend away. And Peanut wants me to hurry up and wipe it off my nails so we can have our next matching color. She wants it to be purple.
Oh. Nice.
Because we did blue together a couple months ago, and she goes, "Mommy, I want to be purple pals."
Oh, wow.
We were blue besties in January.
Well, there you go. Now, I only know this because, and you'll find Easter this year is 4/20. It's April 20th.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell her she needs to start thinking about what she wants for Easter, for April nail color. Because it's coming. You could be pastels. You could have little different pastel-y Easter colors, or I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I don't.
I gotta see what I have in my stash.
Yeah.
I got rid of a whole bunch a while ago.
If you have a Dollar Tree near you,
God knows how old.
They have like the little kid press-on nails.
Sure.
Like they have the itty bitty press-on nails, and you can get them in like fun little they have like little characters on them sometimes. You can get Jess or.
Now look, I'm gonna y'all know me now. Every Easter, I always like make a little post about Jesus.
The press-on nails would have to be a spring break thing. She can't have anything too distracting at school.
He did not rise up for our braids, but instead he wishes to feast upon our souls. It's Happy Zombie Jesus Day. And then every year Charlie's like, technically a lich. And I'm like, keep lawyering it, buddy.
Correction. He's a vampire.
This is the ecumenical.
Blood Rain, he's a vampire.
This is the ecumenical discussion I'm here for.
But he still has his ability to turn stuff into wine.
I mean,
for some reason, he can still turn stuff into wine.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on in the Jesus lore, and I am here for all of it as it all culminates in Easter/Oster. I'm here for it. I'm fascinated what humans do with like stories and narratives. I love it. And then, of course, pretty colors. Like, I love that Easter is like a colorful holiday. By the way, how bad is the economy?
Making trees for every holiday and covering them in glitter.
I like when people decorate the trees for Easter.
They have Easter Christmas,
yeah, they sure do.
The problem is the glitter.
How bad? How bad is the economy? People are dying potatoes to have an Easter potato hunt instead of an Easter egg hunt. Okay, I can't make this up. I would never have thought of this. And then you can Google this. There's a recipe for deviled potatoes, and they serve them like deviled eggs, and you do like little baby potatoes.
I've seen that.
It's just the deviled egg recipe, but instead of egg yolk, you're using
potato.
Like it's mayonnaise, mustard, it's the exact same recipe, relish if you like it.
It's just potato. It's potato salad, essentially.
And they're serving it like deviled eggs, and I'm like, oh, this is such a weird timeline we're in. Like,
I would like to.
Let me tell you, this is how I know I'm a hack writer, because I would never have thought of this stuff. And we are living in a truth that's stranger than any fiction I could come up with. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a hack writer. I'm not a quality creative writer because I would never think to do this.
We are lucky that my stepdad works with a guy who has a bunch of chickens.
Has a
So,
what?
like, has a bunch of chickens.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he will actually, like, my stepdad buys eggs from him. But then also my grandma has chickens and ducks. You know what? She's a little old lady. She let her have her chickens and her ducks.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, these are what brings her joy now.
Exactly.
She doesn't have grandpa anymore.
Yep.
So let her have her ducks and her chickens. So my aunt will, because she works at the warehouse, not at the other end of town, so she'll message my mom like, do you want duck eggs? And she'll just
I hear duck eggs are pretty good. That's what I heard. I heard they're pretty tasty.
They can be. They have a... If you've had enough of regular chicken eggs, like chicken egg and duck eggs, like, you start to learn the difference in the flavor of them.
Sure.
But duck eggs are their yolk is richer.
Yeah. I can see that. But yeah, that's what people are doing this year.
We live in a wild
It's capitalism.
Like,
one day, children will grow up and they will get nostalgic for their childhood and they will talk about, do you remember when we grew up as kids and we did Easter potato hunts? And they'll be like, oh yeah, those were the best.
We're like, where did the potatoes come from? They're not in the theme at all. It's like, because there was an egg problem.
Right? And they dye them Easter colors. Like, they're dyed. They're dyeing raw potatoes.
This is wild.
They're dyeing them. And I'm like, that's going to be some weird looking mashed potatoes. I'm going to just say that. But yeah, they're dyeing raw potatoes, like Yukon Golds, because they're so thin skinned.
Yeah.
They're dyeing those. And that's what a lot of people are doing for their Easter egg hunts this year. And I'm like, one day, those children are going to grow up and they're like, hey, when we were kids, we didn't have eggs. We
wild man.
And mom would make Easter potato hash with them and it would be like, oh, confetti colored. That's what they're going to talk about in 10 to 20 years from now. And we're all going to go, wild times, y'all. Wild times.
I know some of my nieces and nephews have colored eggs, but I think some of the younger ones have not colored eggs before. Because they started using, like, for egg hunts, we use the fake eggs.
Yeah, the fake eggs, because then they don't get bad if you overlook it and it's there for like a month before anybody finds it.
I'm like, when I was a child, we didn't have these. If you forgot an egg, you were fucked.
Like, you had a stink bomb. That's what you had.
Yep.
And if you were lucky, a rat found it and took it away to deal with, rather than you having to like, oh God, somebody get a scooper.
We never hid a lot of them when I was growing up. One, I grew up in a small trailer, and we only hid them in the house because we live in Michigan. There's snow. Most of my childhood, my Easters had more snow than my Christmases.
My childhood, let me tell you, Mississippi, they would go all out in the previous century for Easter egg hunts. And you would RSVP your kid 1 to 2 weeks before the Easter egg hunt. And the reason you needed to RSVP each kid who was coming was the prizes were freaking off the chain amazing. There's usually at least one bike giveaway, or even multiple bikes being given away at these Easter egg hunts. But also, because for each child, like, depending on the organization or church doing the Easter egg hunt, they would boil and dye anywhere between 20 and 50 eggs per child to find. Right. That's why you had to RSVP, because, like, they need to know how many dozens of eggs to get. And, like, so you would have to bring a big basket with you. And I
don't think I've ever done an egg hunt that wasn't with my family.
And they would, like, tell you, and it would be like these big lawns, these big back, areas, like behind community centers and churches. And they would be like, you can't leave until you find your allotment of eggs. So the little ones get to go out first because, they're little, right?
And they'll find the lower stuff.
Right. And when you RSVP, you have to say the age or the age grouping each kid is in because, the little ones, they only do like 10 to 20 eggs per kid. But like for the middle school kids, oh no, you're getting 50. And you better be like bringing those in. And they won't let the teenagers come inside in the middle of the hot Easter to Sunday until they have found every flippin' egg. And so there's like teenagers like half dressed, like they've got all their nice clothes pulled out, and they're like crawling into trees, crawling through bushes, looking for the eggs, because that's the job of the role of the teenagers, is to go find all the ones all the kids didn't find. Because like there's an egg count lady at every one of these Easter egg hunts in Mississippi, and the egg count lady keeps track of. She's always got one of those special calculators with the little numbers and the little paper, and she's keeping track of all the eggs coming in so that you don't get stink bombs 2 weeks later. But yeah, they're real serious, and you're expected to take home your 50 egg allotment, and it's like, y'all getting a little crazy here. Plus you get like these lovely gift baskets depending on how quickly you can find your egg allotment. But yeah, it is wild and weird, and you can't tell me this is not Christo-pagan. You cannot convince me that this is not some weird pagan stuff, because why so many eggs, y'all?
That's impressive, man.
Eggs. Like, Mom was like, I was planning something else for dinner, but guess what? We're having eggs. Like
We're having eggs for days.
Right? Mom was like, I thought I just needed to RSVP so they would have enough toys and prizes for everybody, which that was what we as kids thought. And that is how we got like indoctrinated into like Mississippi Easter egg culture, which is like off the chain. Plus, 1 year, my little sister actually did get a bike. She won the bike. She won the bike for her age group.
It's cool.
It was pretty cool, yeah. Like, she was... Okay, in fairness, several adults were helping her that year because everybody knew that she was essentially the poorest kid in her age bracket. And so they were all helping her. Like, here's one, come over here. And they were all like scanning, trying to help her. So she was the one that won. And the other kids, I think, kind of knew, like, she's getting the bike this year. So, because once Laylee, they were like, Laylee's first, she gets the bike.
The other kids were like, boom, 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 boom.
Her age then started like really trying to look for eggs. So I think it was an orchestrated effort, but she loved her bike, and we were so grateful. They were so kind about it. But yeah, like it was, but like, what are we going to do with all these eggs? My God,
I guess you're eating rainbow egg salad.
Like, yeah. Egg salad and deviled eggs. That is actually how I learned to make deviled eggs, was because we had so many eggs that Mom's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. And that's how, like, Tom and I developed the egg salad, or the deviled egg recipe that we really like. It's because we had so many eggs. But yeah, y'all, Easter egg hunt culture down here is...
Sounds so... Wow.
It's very...
I'm sure, like, there are big events and stuff like that up here, but, like, for me growing up, like, Easter was just your immediate family.
Yeah.
That was it. It wasn't, we didn't go to anyone else. Versus like sometimes for Thanksgiving, and we have the family Christmas party, which is not on Christmas Day. But it's like a week or two before Christmas most of the time. A couple of times currently we've been having it in January, at the beginning of January. But like it would be like just that would be like the big extended family. It would be like Christmas parties or stuff like that. We didn't do like Easter stuff. We didn't do community Easter stuff. Like we might have gone to like community Christmas stuff, maybe once or twice. Because like we had the Christmas concerts for the kids, and then the Christmas parties for the kids, but we didn't have. No.
Down here, Easter is the big family reunion time for white folks, and Juneteenth is the big family reunion time for the Black families, so that those who straddle both can go to both and it not be who's you going to get to, right? Because yeah, plenty of white people do show up to Black family reunions because they are genetically related or they married in or whatever.
Yeah.
and vice versa. So like I say white families, but like there's always plenty of colored seasoning going on, like there's people from every racial conceived background at like most big family gatherings for Easter. But that, I think that's partly why Easter is so big down here, is like, oh, are we going to do a hunt? And also because I guess it's part of that rural agrarian culture, because you do need skills that are related to living a rural agrarian lifestyle.
Whereas like up here, we literally take school days off. Like we have like opening day of hunting season is a holiday basically.
Yeah.
We treat it like a holiday essentially. Like school is closed.
It usually is down here too for hunting for the first day.
Especially since a lot of our schools are like surrounded by trees.
Yes.
And like you can't fire a gun within a certain distance of a school if school's.
But a bullet anyway. Yeah, I know.
So they're like, we're just gonna shut down school because also they had such an issue with kids just not being in school that day anyway because they were taken out hunting.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, that's what they do down here too. Like not the city ones as much, but the county ones in particular, and the more rural ones. Like, yeah, technically some places have a city school district, but y'all, if there's only 3,000 people in the county, like, come on, that's not even a town. That's a hamlet. I'm saying that, So they'll take off for the first day of like. We have, I believe we have deer hunting, but we have a couple starting dates, and the one like you kind of
have like the opening day of rifle deer season specifically.
Yeah, you get a feel for it because there'll be the opening day of arrows.
Yeah, there's various ones,
and then there's opening day of rifle, and so there's a variety of them, and you get a feel for which one is their what they'll do. They'll do staff development day, and none of the teachers show up to the building because they're like, you do it in your own time, and so none of the teachers show up because they're all, even like all the women too. Everybody is out in the deer blinds. And they're all trying to get, Christmas dinner. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, down here, people don't hunt. People do hunt for sport, but they value the food.
Like, when you live in the country, it's for food. It's
right.
Like, and then sometimes there are people that, like, I do know of people that they themselves like to hunt.
Yeah.
But they don't actually like the meat they get. So they will actually get it processed, and then actually trade it with people that they know that will like canned food or raise chickens or like have cows and stuff. Like there is like a barter for smaller like gardeners and like hobby farmers who are like, I like venison. You don't like venison. Let's trade.
Like, girl, what I would do for bacon burger. Have you ever had bacon burger?
Is it burger with
It's venison, ground venison with ground bacon.
I don't think I've ever had the venison with ground bacon.
So venison's very
I've had beef with it ground in it, like properly. Like they actually ground the meat, both meats there together. So, yeah,
it's because venison is so very lean, like crazy lean. And so they use the bacon for the fat, and they grind it together. And it is like, can I just say, it is life-changing. Like, you will never think about venison again the same way once you've had bacon burger.
I like venison no matter what. Because I was raised
I've had venison where it was rather gamey. Not that anybody hit the glands, it's kind of gamey, and I found it overpowering.
So sometimes it depends at the point in the season and the age of the deer. If it starts to get a gamey taste.
My dad had one sister, and her husband, my uncle Frank, I think he was originally from West Virginia, but he had a cabin in southern Ohio, and he would go deer hunting, and I think he hunted other things too, but out like processing venison and stuff like that. And when my sister had her bunny rabbit as a dorm pet, and the cat decided to chase it one day when we let it out of the cage, and the rabbit ate the power cord of my mom's brand new laptop that we got her for Christmas.
Oh, no.
My dad was done with his rabbit. He was done with his rabbit. So he was on the phone with his sister and telling her how when my sister went back to school and she's going to have to figure out a living arrangement for this rabbit because it wasn't coming back in this house the next spring.
Right? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unless it was the centerpiece on the dinner table. And you hear my uncle in the background go, I can give you a recipe. They're good with garlic and onion.
Oh, no. Not wrong.
And my sister goes, nobody is going to eat bunny.
My dad once was like, you have eaten meat that you don't know what it was because I didn't want to tell you because if you knew what animal it came from, you would have been like, but Lizzie!
Yeah.
Mind you, we had a person that my dad was friends with that he's no longer friends with, had raised pigs. Like my dad gave them money for the feed and helped them set everything up and got I met that pig. Its name was Porker, and it made great bacon. Like, if I know it will become a thing. But that's just how it is.
I know, like they wouldn't even
It's not
live.
like we live in a place
with
my health issues. I could never be a vegan.
Same.
For so many reasons, I couldn't become vegan. But also, like, as long as they're raised like humanely.
Yeah, you just want them raised humanely, and like honestly, they get to scritch as they want. Right.
My stepmom, when she was a kid, she lived on a farm. They had a pig that thought it was a dog.
Yep, that'll happen.
When that pig died, it had taken out a car because it was trying to chase cars.
I mean,
like they literally had to give it a collar because it thought it was a dog. Like it wanted a collar, like the dog, and it hung out with the dog and played with the dog.
Yeah. Look, I'm not against perimeter pigs. It's a great way to deal with snakes. I'm just saying.
I kind of want a pig.
Because, like, pigs are immune to venom. And they don't like the way snakes move.
That's fair.
Especially venomous snakes, because venomous snakes will get in your face. And they're like, let's do a little tappy-tappy. And that's the end of the snake, and the pig is no worse for wear. You know.
What are you doing?
So, yeah, I have no problem with perimeter pigs. And also, let's be honest, pigs will eat your trash. Pigs will eat the stuff that you can't put in the compost. And so they have uses, even if you don't intend to eat them. Like, as I said, I'm not against having a pig, but again, it would need to be a perimeter pig. It would need to be like, I'm here to safeguard the property from problematic snakes, because we have like 6 different kinds of venomous snakes, and I have learned from the snake identification group on Facebook that I am way too fascinated by reptile snake patterns, and like I'm gonna die going, oh, look at that cool snake pattern, and the cottonmouth will have gotten me. I never guess cottonmouth correctly. I always think, oh, is that like one of those brown snakes? No. Glory has once again been killed by a cottonmouth. So, for my own safety, probably will have to get a perimeter pig so that I will not be like, ooh, pretty, dead. So, that's what I've learned from the snake identification group. I'm way too fascinated by the venomous snakes. Like, it's like, ooh,
in your defense, some of them are very pretty.
They're very pretty. And
I don't like snakes. I don't want to touch snakes. I don't want to get near snakes. I actually but I can watch videos and look at pictures of them. Do not get me near one. I will freak.
That's what I've learned is like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna need a pig to be like guarding me. Because if like a chicken finds a snake, I'm gonna be too busy going, oh, what a pretty pattern. and that's how I got bitten on the thumb, or something stupid.
What are you two doing?
Anyhow, are we ready to do our next little sprinty sprint?
Sure. Even though it's gonna take us to like 11.
Forever, I know. Sorry. We do love to gab, don't we?
I mean, yeah. There's a reason the stream used to be 4 hours.
Also, don't forget it's spring forward tonight.
Ay, ay, ay. Thanks, Carrie. Yeah, I know. It's weird. Anyway, good luck, everybody. We'll see y'all on the flip side. I decided to do a rain one because it is raining outside for me. Beep-a-da beep. Bibbida 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 beep. Boobida boo. Boobida 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 boo. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Y'all, I'll look over and I see about this far from under my bed is Sassy's face, like, I'm here. And her vest is just like not under the bed, just like she's there. It's like, why are siblings like this?
Because they are.
Hi, baby.
That's how they are, babes.
I know.
How'd everybody's sprint go? Did you get anything done?
I read fanfiction.
I had a fun time procrastinating mostly. I wrote a little bit, procrastinated by posting stuff on Snapchat, and then went back to writing for like the last 60 seconds before the end of the sprint. But I did write before and after though. I think, let's see, how many new words did I write today for this story?
Glory, do you want me to snooze your ad?
Sure. 227 words. So that's still, even with the procrastinating, that's still something.
Oh, added 400 words. Nice.
Yeah, good job, Mike.
Way better than I am. Though I streamed earlier.
I did some editing at work today.
No.
I did write over 2,000 words today, actually.
Oh, that's nice. That's excellent.
Because I streamed earlier, and the reason my stream ended when it did is I actually restarted it because OBS got weird, so, and it like turned off my stream.
Oh, that's
like it said it disconnected from the token.
Yeah.
The Twitch token. So I actually had to close OBS and then reopen it and hit start on the stream again. And I was like, because my viewers were still there. So I was like, I'm just gonna rate us out and figure out why OBS got weird. It apparently was like, we received an update. Crash. Because it wanted to do the update, but it couldn't do the update. So it like stuttered itself.
Goodness.
I had to reconnect a whole bunch of stuff. I was I hadn't updated my Ko-fi in a while, and my Stripe wasn't connected. My Twitch alerts weren't connected. YouTube wasn't connected.
Oh, wow. Yeah, everything got disconnected, huh?
Yeah, if you don't mess with stuff, it disconnects.
Yeah.
Every 30 days, I have to reconnect. There's something that I have to reconnect to.
Yeah, I have to every 30 days to Twitch, and it is a pain.
I think mine doesn't have me relog into Twitch very often. But if I try to look at some of the information on it, I do have to reauthenticate.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like if I want to look at my tax information, I gotta reauthenticate. Look at anything involving money.
Because it was, I logged into Ko-fi and it said sign into your Stripe account because there's an error. So I log into Stripe and I see nothing wrong. And I'm like, is it just a disconnect, reconnect kind of thing? And then no problem after that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
That's about right.
It do be like that. So we are well past our broadcast time. So have a great evening to you too, Mike. And go take care of the doggos.
Yeah, it's about to be 11 p.m. my time.
Good night, everybody. We will see you here next week.